at the Australian Open 2024.
Djokovic has a really high chance again.
Encouraging, positive, optimistic.
It's my favorite slam. Every year I come here with big pleasure.
The tennis. That's why you come to Melbourne.
We made banners, we made hats, we had matching clothes.
But you know, there's still a young stock of players that are coming up.
It's the best tournament, by far.
May the best man or woman win.
I'm Elena Reddy and welcome to Foreign Influence.
Qualities in a business person.
Yes, it's within us. It was ashamed of to something.
Write music where I'll tell a story. Put it there, give it
What's happening?
Your life can be better.
happiness, it's about having a good time, it's about joy.
Girl will go along a faith so
And the challenge is Hi, I'm Elena Reddy and welcome to Foreign Influence. We're at the Australian Open 2024. This Grand Slam is like no other. Visitors come from near and far to revel in the atmosphere of elite tennis, entertainment, and all sorts of festivities. Let me show you what all the fuss is all about. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Olga Koloditsa, and we are at the Australian Open practice court here.
What is your role at the Australian Open, Olga?
I'm helping one of the players from Belarus, the player who I used to play when I was younger, and now she's here, and I'm happy to help as a coach.
Please tell us a little bit about yourself.
I used to play professionally a bit when I was younger, ITF, WTA, a bit ranking, and then I went to college to play for US college.
Why did you like tennis so much? What was it about tennis that you fell in love with?
It's a great game to get your mind off things and just brings you pleasure. I don't know, makes me happy when I'm on the court. It's a great physical activity. It's amazing for your brain. It's amazing for coordination. I think it's so many great things why you can love tennis. Stress reliever, whatever. It's amazing things all at once.
What do you do on daily basis when Australian Open is not on? Do you have students?
Yeah, I do. I teach tennis for adults, kids. I have my coaching business. So yes, I do that.
And please tell us, how did you end up in Australia, all the way from Belarus?
Well, I think the reason why I think it's all kind of connected to tennis because of tennis. I actually moved to US. In US, I met my husband, who happened to be Australian, and he brought me here. And here I am, continuing my tennis journey here.
What are your predictions for the Australian Open 2024?
Oh wow, okay. I think Djokovic has a really high chance again.
What do you think about his game that makes it so amazing?
Mindset, and he has so many advantages against other players. He does a lot of things that other players don't do. He's so disciplined with so many areas in his career and life. It's just hard to beat. I know for a fact he has so many psychologists, he has some spiritual gurus, he has He does yoga. His stretching abilities are incredible. Amazing and different sports. So he develops developing in other areas as well. So it helps him to become a very as a whole athlete. Is just such an I don't know how to describe that, superior against other players. So that's why he has an advantage, and mindset is just so strong. So yeah.
And female tennis players?
I'm not sure, but I hope Sabalenka can defend this time again.
And she's from your home country?
She's from my home country, yes. A lot of players are quite amazing from Belarus. Former number one Azarenka, now Sabalenka, and a few others in top 100. My friends Sosnovich and Lydia Morozova as
Was
well.
it something in the water or the food? Or what was it?
I don't know. Just I think work ethic, working very hard, good coaches as well. Nowadays, quite good facilities as well. We're working very hard. It's coming through the generations, I think. The sacrifice, our grandparents sacrificed a lot, went through a couple of wars, and it's all kind of built into us. So we're not taking anything for granted. So yeah, and I think that helps.
Olga, you have 3 little kids yourself. So do you think they will continue the tennis dynasty?
Oh, I hope they can play, and I hope they can play on a competitive level, but I wouldn't go far into that. I don't know. I don't want them. I just want them to choose what they want. But I do really want to. I do really want them to play and be able to compete, even if it's on a low level. I think competition does help to build the character, even if it's a really low level and low key competition. But it does help, and it's good to experience loss and wins. So I want them to be able to play, but I'm not going to push them. If they're going to choose other sports, I'll be happy for them.
I've got the ball. Australian Open. Look at that. 2024. Lucky me. Alex, everyone enjoys having you at the Australian Open so much. What do you think of the Australian people?
Yeah, honestly, it's my favorite slam. I'm every year I come here with big pleasure. I like to play in front of Australian people. They're so nice. They're so involved in tennis. They understand tennis rules. They're so kind for us. They're always smiling. So I'm really enjoy to be here. I like here everything, to be honest. I like the food, to go to restaurants, shopping.
Thank you so much for your amazing performance on the court and for entertaining all of us. We wish you
Love
all
you
the
guys,
best.
yeah.
Hi, this is Elena Reddy and welcome to Foreign Influence. We've got Lilian Nijad here with us, who is a doctor of psychology, and Lilian is going to give us some tips to the tennis players how to succeed in the Australian Open.
Well, I'm going to say first one is make sure you have a great team around you. Most of the top players who are doing really well have a solid team. They've got great coaches, they've got their family and friends cheering for them. They've got good fitness trainers, and a lot of them have psychologists helping them with their mindset. So the support that you have is really important, plus getting the crowd involved, because the more the crowd supports you, the better you'll do. The second one is, you know that everyone at this level, they have the skills, they have the technique, they have the physical prowess, but they need this up here. They need the right mindset. So you need to be able to take control of your mind. You need to accept failures and mistakes right away so you can move on to the next point and focus your mind on what the task, which is to win. The third thing, make sure you have some go-to strategies that suit you and your personality that help you take control of your emotions and your thoughts, and do your best to keep your self-talk encouraging, positive, optimistic, and hopeful so that you never quit. Good luck to everyone. I think if you know the person really well, so this applies to family and friends, you have to know what they need and what they want and give that to them. For the rest of the supporters, I think positive vibes only. We don't need any negativity. We don't need people booing. We don't need people being overly divisive or disruptive. Just have a positive attitude to both players, and may the best man or woman win.
Australian Open, and we've got some very passionate supporters. Guys, who are you supporting here today?
We're supporting Croatia.
Who is your favorite tennis player from Croatia?
Mine would have to be Martin Cilic. He's been around for a long time and he's an unbelievable player.
What do you like the most about him?
I love his serve. He does like a really long routine and it works for him. He gets lots of aces and he's won a Grand Slam, so good player.
Absolutely. How often do you come to the Australian Open?
Every year, every day.
Every year, every day.
Yeah.
And what is your cheering motto?
They say Croatia, Croatia.
Hi, I'm Marjorie and I'm here at the Australian Open having a fantastic time.
And I'm Beverly and we're both from Singapore, tennis team, and we are having a blast here.
For me, Coco Gauff all the way. Coco Gauff, Sabalenka for the ladies. For the men, Alcaraz. Vamos a Carlitos, Tamo! And secondly, I like Djokovic. But still, Carlitos for me. Australian Open is called the Happy Slam. It's full of people, look around you, everybody's happy, just made some new friends. We're going all around, all the different arenas, amazing atmosphere. This is the best slam I've ever been to. You know, when we do something, we just go all out. So we made banners, we made hats, we had matching clothes. So this is our day number 4. So we decided only hats today. So we just got some hats, cut out some t-shirts, cut out some balls, glue them on, and we're just rocking it. So went to the match and I went down and I said, Coco, I made this hat for you, you need to sign it. And she walked away. I said, Coco, come back, I made it for you. And then she came back and signed my hat. So I've got Coco Gauff on my hat.
Hi, my name is Gagan. I'm from India.
And you came to Australian Open all the way from India?
Yes, all the way from India.
Who are you supporting here today?
Today I've come to watch Djokovic.
Why is he your favorite tennis player?
I've grown up watching him and it's been quite some time that he's winning here. I think it's, if I'm not wrong, it's been 6 years that he has not lost a game here. So, a fan favorite.
Do you play tennis yourself?
No, not really actually. I like to watch them though.
Hey, I'm James. I'm from Ireland. Over here for the tennis and just Australia in general, but the tennis. That's why you come to Melbourne.
What do you enjoy the most about Australian Open?
Probably the drinks. They're very enjoyable. The atmosphere, everyone here, it's a nice feel.
Who do you think will win the Australian Open?
Djokovic, it has to be.
Is he your favorite tennis player?
Yes, and we're seeing him tomorrow. We're seeing him tomorrow. No, he's a good player. He'll win.
I come from Poland, from beautiful city called Kraków.
Do you play tennis yourself?
Yes, I do. I play more or less 2-3 times a week.
And is this your first Australian Open?
Yes, but I travel around. I saw in New York many times. I saw in Roland Garros in France 4 times. In Foro Italico I was there also 4 times. If I have to compare all tournaments, for me Australian Open is the best. I don't know how to explain, but I feel very good over here, and also the people are more friendly for, let's say, for foreigners.
Options of how you can spend the day at the Australian Open. Shopping is one of them. Martin, what is your role at the Australian Open?
I'm a coach developer. I'm working for Tennis Australia for the past 5 months.
Wow, that is a huge responsibility.
It's big, given the fact that Tennis Australia is such a big corporation and one of the most important federations around the world. And it's a challenge that I accepted.
What are you hoping to achieve in your role in the next 12 months?
Trying to bring new ideas to the federation. They know the way I work, so they want me to express what I feel about how to coach, and I'm having the freedom to do it. So fortunately, I'm doing good so far.
So what are the ages of the children that you're working with?
Well, I work with all range of ages and levels, but I'm specialized in kids from 3 to 12. So I've developed my own program, but this is something I'm trying to incorporate little by little to Tennis Australia also, and apply that together with Hot Shots, the Australian program. I think it's going to be a good result out of that.
So in your group of children that you're working with, are there any future champions, do you think? That you can already tell that they might have some character?
It's difficult to know because tennis is a difficult sport that you have to progress for many years. It's a long process. But I've been fortunate enough to train in Barcelona little kids that now are 14, 15 are doing good. Some of the kids from my 6-year-old group went to the university in the US. So that's something I feel like a good accomplishment.
Yeah, terrific result. What advice do you think you could give to parents who might be watching the show right now and who have children who are playing tennis? What is number one most important thing in a tennis player?
Number one is if they choose a coach to train their kids, trust the coaches. Number two is to be patient, because it's a very long process. Having great success in the beginning doesn't mean that they're going to be great and successful in the future. It's a long process, and I would recommend the parents to be patient and trust the knowledge of the coaches they're choosing.
So that relationship with the coach is vital to success of the tennis player.
It's extremely important, and I also say all the time that coaches need to inform the parents what they're doing. So the parents, they have the right to understand what's going on with their kids, and coaches have to give them all the information possible. That's I think it's one of the keys for that relationship.
What do you think of the Australian Open as a Grand Slam?
Well, I've been told by many friends that are on the tour, coaches and players, that this was the best. Now that I'm working within the company, I see it's the best, because I've been fortunate enough to travel around the world and see the other slams.
So you have something to compare it against.
I can compare. Obviously, you go to Wimbledon, you see all the tradition, and it's wonderful. It's beautiful. But this tournament, the way the players and coaches are treated, all the
facilities,
the facilities are amazing, because I work here and it's completely different during the year. It's the best tournament by far, by far.
I really feel what it's like to win Australian Open.
It's good to be here with you.
On a serious note, Ben, please introduce yourself.
I'm Ben from Tennis Bayside. I've been coaching in the area probably about 20 years or so. And we run a community-based tennis coaching out of here in Bayside, Brighton.
And you coach people of all ages, all abilities?
All ages, that's correct. Kids, adults, cardio tennis, development for juniors, all that stuff.
This must keep you really, really busy.
Pretty busy on the court most days, yeah, especially this time of the year.
Ben, what do you think of the Australian Open 2024?
Oh, it's a great event, and we're lucky to have it here in Melbourne. Every year it tends to always be exciting this time of the year, and just be interesting to see who comes off with the title again this year.
We don't have a crystal ball. I wish we did, but we don't. When you look at the players, can you tell which ones you feel really strongly about? Do we have some up-and-coming players?
For sure. Oh, well, there's always a good stock of Australian players, probably a good place to start. And I see there's probably 10 in the draw or so. Some of them didn't make it as far as they probably would have liked, but it's still good to see. We've got a strong contingency. We have Djokovic in the men's, Sabalenka in the women's, previous champions.
10 times champion.
10 times champion.
This is incredible.
Amazing, isn't he? Still going. But, there's still another young stock of players that are coming up, perhaps that we're knowing a little bit more about each year. Sinner, Zverev, Holger Rune, some really big players, and they're playing the game differently.
And there are lots of talks about Alcaraz.
Alcaraz,
what do you think about him?
Oh, it's fascinating to watch, the drop shot, the movement, just a new breed.
Let's talk a bit more about women players.
Yeah, Coco Gauff, another young, exciting player.
She's so tough, isn't she? And she's so young.
And got a long career ahead of her. I think that she'll be the one to watch in future years. But then, the powerful Sabalenka, it's just the on-court, off-court dominance and the strength of her. It's pretty outstanding.
Yeah, absolutely remarkable. Those Belarusian players, they're just non-stoppable, really.
That's right. Well, if you've ever seen her training, that's something to have a look at. It's just, this is between her and Djokovic, which one does it the best.
All right, so if we're going to really, really try to guess, who do you think we will go for?
I'll look on the men's side. I might go out in a women, say maybe Medvedev. I think he's sort of a bit of a dark horse, someone that, he's floated through the draw, still got some matches to go, but, can't go past him. He's a hard guy to beat. And then in the women's, maybe Coco Gauff or Sabalenka, one of those top 2 or 3 girls.
Well, may the best athlete win.
Absolutely. We'll tune in and see.
I hope you enjoyed our show, and I really hope you enjoyed Australian Open through our lens. All the best to all of you, and see you on the court.